Hey everyone, we're back here in Bali and I'm going to be doing a breakdown video about a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, who's me, rolling with a Judo Black Belt. I'm going to give a lot of feedback and commentary during the video, so if you guys like what you see, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel.
Right, we were back to do some recording again. Me sparring with my friend Luke Howard. Luke Howard's a very good judoka and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt who also fights MMA. We always have some good sparring, so I figured I'd film it, show you guys a little bit of our stand-up game today. You can kind of see me and Luke coming out right away, pretty aggressive here. I got to be really careful with how Luke grips because his throws are really strong. We have a nice little scramble here right off the start. And I managed to move into the mount, luckily not getting crushed by our teammates next to us. Okay, so let's go back there. There was kind of a lot that happened right away. So me and Luke are doing a good job kind of scoring off on the feet here. I'm trying to be super mindful of Luke's grips. When Luke gets his grips, he throws very quickly, so I got to be very careful in my approach here. So as we kind of move in, I'm looking on this collar tie here to kind of close the distance so I can move in and get my body lock. Here we kind of are moving in. I got to be real careful because there's a hip toss coming. I'm trying to come in with a good tight waist, but Luke doing a good job of controlling me here. You can see him already going into his hip toss by his foot positioning. Everything kind of moving in Luke's direction. You can even see the direction of our feet are all playing into the direction of Luke's throw. So this was kind of my mistake here, not closing that distance enough, not getting a good enough angle. Luke does a really great job of getting that throw going. So you can see him off balancing me here. I'm not even quite sure what throw that is. I'm going to have to ask Luke about it. Again, me staying tight to the tight waist here, knowing that I need that connection. I think in the moment I started to realize that I was probably going to get thrown, so I knew I needed this hook because this hook was going to kind of open up my half guard as I fell. So yeah, so as he goes down, you can kind of see me anticipating some of this throw happening. So I'm already kind of looking to transition into half guard here. And you can see that grapevine that I pointed out, I've kind of kept the whole time because as long as I have this grapevine, I know it's going to give me some better positioning here as we hit the mat. And I managed to keep my underhook that I had off that initial takedown. So even though I was getting thrown, my positioning for when I hit the mat was very strong. Luke doing a good job posting here, but he's going to need to post again so he can keep top position as any good top player would do. And in that time he posts, I managed to come up in my base. So already, because I have that good positioning, you can see Luke's back's kind of exposed here, so he's going to have to keep moving. I managed to post wide, which really blocks his chance of managing to get his guard back, and I'm just going to kind of continue circling towards the left here. And this should give me the opportunity I need to kind of move into the mount. So yeah, we kind of keep transitioning. Luke doing a good job kind of trying to float me in the butterfly guard. And my students, these crazy blue belts trying to run us over, not paying attention to what's going on. Luckily, no accidents here, and I managed to float into the mount. That very well could have saved me from Luke's reversing me back. I think that the action slowed down a little bit there and played to my favor. So we kind of keep working here. I'm staying nice and wide in the mount. I know Luke's dangerous here, so I need to be careful. He's doing a good job framing on my hips. So I'm trying to stay real light here, ready to transition. I start looking at crossface here because I know that's going to shut down his escape to the left. Just trying to stay as heavy as possible here. And I just start kind of posturing up here. Luke's doing a good job pushing to create space, but I think I kind of felt that there was some exposure here. The one thing I'd do different if I was Luke is I'd crunch in a little bit more to try to shut this space off. There's some separation with that elbow, and I think this is what's going to kind of open up an opportunity for a submission here. Let's kind of see what plays out. Yeah, so I just managed to force things down. Luke's got bad shoulders, so unfortunately key lock is something he's vulnerable to. I just managed to kind of push that across. We'll look at that one more time. So again, like Luke not doing a bad job on escape, framing very heavily, but I managed to get control of that tricep, you know, and from here it's just controlling the wrist and using my weight. You can already kind of see my chest here is already kind of lining up pretty well behind the elbow. I just need to make sure that I keep that direction of force. So as long as I fall forward here, I'm going to win that arm. So kind of play that out, and you can kind of see again, like I have so much weight behind that drive that, even someone with a strong shoulder, that's going to be pretty hard to stop. So I just really keeping that weight, pushing forward here. And I managed to straighten everything out and catch the key lock. So, nice opening scramble, just kind of getting some things going here. We're going to go again. I don't know what we're talking about. Put some nonsense, something funny. So yeah, we square off again, kind of coming in here. Again, I got to be careful with Luke on the feet. I'm trying to keep my level low, try to shoot in, but Luke's ready for it. I got to be careful with my shot. I'm just trying to close the distance here so I can get in, start looking more for body locks. And again, Luke just doing a great job here, shutting me down. You can see he's got this inside control. He's controlling my bicep. I'm starting to get the underhook on the belt, but my hips are way too far back to kind of get anything going that I need. So we'll just kind of keep this playing. So yeah, here I'm getting a little bit. So like I'm usually pretty happy if I can get this body lock. I just need to crowd with the hips now. But you can see already Luke's got a really nice underhook here. So I got to be, again, careful with my approach. So I'm trying to keep my hips away a little bit. So I try to sit in from more of like a tomonage or to try to get some elevation here. I kind of knew like I didn't have what I needed to successfully sweep Luke off there, but I knew I could get enough space and enough elevation here to where I could start retaining my guard. So I think that's kind of what happens next here. Yeah, I managed to get the space I need so I can get my guard back. So now we're just kind of resetting here. Luke in good position on top. He's got that inside control. I'm trying to do my best to control Luke's triceps here. I'm trying to pull his grips open here so it's not as effective for him. But he's also gripping back very well, putting good pressure on my biceps. A lot of close guards about controlling the inside. So Luke's doing a great job here of keeping that inside control. And again, just trying to be careful to see those are the pulls, trying to break that good posture he's got. So I switch grips, start going on a cross grip here. Again, just either looking for a 2-on-1 or some omoplata entries. He's doing a great job keeping his elbows in, so omoplata is not opening up the way I'd like it to. And again, just great pressure on Luke's part. Really good posture, just taking his time here. You can see those elbows slowly slipping in, and I got to be careful. I don't want to get stacked. Again, I'm just kind of staying on that 2-on-1, looking for my opportunity to get a good angle. I try some grip breaks. He releases, but he's still got good positioning. Yeah, both of us being careful here because next move could be our last with how explosive we're going this morning. Trying to get some tug of war going here. But yeah, Luke's positioning is really strong. Not able to get under. Start forcing the hand down. I'm trying to get on an angle for a sit-up sweep here. Managing to get the arm across, but not managing to get under Luke enough. Luke's doing a really good job here of pulling this elbow back in. If he can keep that elbow inside, it's going to make it really hard for me to get underneath his leg deep enough. You can see here my hand kind of peeking out the corner, but I'm not able to get deep enough to get my sweep going. So I'm just trying to play the good angle. Hopefully I can lock that shoulder down. So I have a nice angle in my close guard now, so I can kind of be more careful here with my approach. I start looking on the triangle, but Luke doing a good job driving me over here and scrambles back on top. Again, Luke already back on his feet, ready to go. I'm a little slow to recover here. We reset and go again. Luke doing a great job here. I try to collar drag, but Luke bases. And you can kind of see Luke's already back in those positions a little bit faster, and he's doing a great job here shutting my legs down. So Luke's already kind of moving into a good passing position. I got to be careful here with what he does next. I'm looking to kind of pull into collar and sleeve here. Luke's got a nice grip on the outside of my pants. I have the cross collar grip, which is a bit shallow. I'd like to have that a bit deeper. If I could have my hand back here near the back of his neck, I would have a lot more control over him. And also my grip on the tricep is a bit low. So I think I was just a bit late on timing getting my grips. So they're not quite as deep as I like. I try to shoot the triangle, but I miss. Luke did a great job of facing like kind of turning the angle away from me. So there was no opportunity for the triangle there. Let's look back just at that one little bit because that's quite good. So yeah, you can see actually Luke ducking his head underneath the triangle. So I tried to to pummel that leg over, but because he had this grip, as I went to shoot the triangle, he manages to pummel his head underneath. So that's going to save him from the triangle coming in, which was really good on his part. And now Luke's just got to stay tight to that hip, and he's going to get a pass. Now you see me looking on the elbow push escape, again a bit high, but it's enough to at least shut the initial pass down. But I got to be really careful here because you guys can see already this knee coming up. And I'm in armbar country here, so this arm's already straight. I got to be really careful about what happens next here because I'm about to get armbarred. So I managed to pull my arm back in. Luke moves into knee on belly. I start to roll away, and Luke doing a great job of moving into my back. Again, I try to clear here, but Luke does a great job here. You can see him already isolating my arm. And with that arm isolated, it's going to make it much harder. It's going to make it much harder for me to get my escape going. So yeah, Luke's moving into Crucifix now, so I'm in a bit of trouble here. I got to be careful with my approach. Again, Luke's doing a great job controlling my hand. And Luke manages to get me with the Crucifix armbar. My arm is really tight here. You can't quite see what he was doing with his feet, but he managed to push down and get that finish. So if we go back one more time, kind of look and see what happened there. Yeah, this is perfect. So on the escape, you can see Luke transitioning here, starting to isolate that arm. So he did a great job keeping that shoulder locked. And then in that little hip escape, he's really starting to break things down, making my life a lot harder. So yeah, he just kind of keeps working here, threatening to choke. So he's got two submissions going. Yeah, see, it was as he raked those legs back. Let's go back just like 1 second if we can, 2 seconds. So watch him change his foot positioning here. It's right here as he starts to extend my arm. You can kind of see like a bit of my wrist here, but essentially this is my arm getting straightened out right here. You can see the little black bit. So yeah, he did a really good job of taking a really slow technical approach here, straightening that arm out. And again, just getting a good position here and finishing the arm lock. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this quick little breakdown of me and my friend Luke rolling. If you guys have questions or comments, feel free to leave them. If there's anything other videos like this you want to see, let me know. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. All right, thanks guys.